Man, this is gonna be a good show, eh, Joe? Joe, what's wrong? Are you okay?
I think I want to join the circus. just great, yeah.
Oh, you kill me, Joe.
Said you weren't gonna.
Billionaire Guy Lalibert making history today by becoming Canada's first space tourist. Lalibert, the founder of Cirque du Soleil, blasted off from Kazakhstan this morning. A Russian cosmonaut and American astronaut are joining him on the 11-day trip to the International Space Station. The journey cost Lalibert $35 million. Returning students will notice a difference when they log into their network computers. A new program called Papercut NG will pop up a box showing a $10 balance remaining on their accounts. But Sister Similiana believes otherwise. She thinks there's another reason behind this crime. I don't know about you, but I really love my fresh produce. And with the growing trend of cities trying to create sustainable futures, I have one question. How are we going to get our food? I'm at the Bronte Creek near to the site where an Oakville man walking his dog first discovered the yellowish substance floating on top of the water. Experts say it may have originated from the Petro-Canada plant located just a few kilometers from here. And being here right now, there is still a faint odor of petroleum and gas in the air. I'm standing outside the Toronto Police Headquarters where we have just received results from Toronto Police Chief Bill Blair. He released results from a survey that was distributed twice, once last year and once this year in May. 11,500 surveys were distributed asking what they thought of police presence in high schools. And so far, 67% of the students reported that they had good or excellent relations with the police officers, and almost all of the students, 9 in 10 students, felt that they were safer with the police presence in their schools.
So what do the police intend on doing these next few months?
Well, in these next few months, what they have done is they have increased their police presence from 29 officers, and they have made it to 50 officers now, all around the Toronto region in the high schools there, to basically enforce the security of the students and make them feel safer, because they feel that a place of learning such as a high school should only be for that, and that students should not have to worry about their safety. Yes, thank you, Sheridan. I'm standing in front of Bramalea City Centre, where fears of recession don't seem to be slowing down shoppers. With less than 2 weeks to go until Christmas, shoppers are swarming to snag rock-bottom prices. Many businesses know that consumers will be watching their wallets a little bit more closely this holiday season and are offering big bargains. With less than 2 weeks left to go until Christmas, there are still 1/3 of people who have yet to begin their holiday shopping. Zoraida, have you started your shopping yet? A crime's just occurred and a special team of investigators have been called to the scene to collect the evidence. This is the life of a real CSI investigator. Detective Sally Takis has been on the forensic team for 3 years now, and her job isn't quite like the TV show CSI.
The expectations of what we can do as a police department are probably compared to the show, and they're different.
Could crimes really be solved in 1 hour?
No, not in an hour, never. I don't think so. We can take days or weeks or months even to come to a conclusion in a case.
According to InBaseline.com, the budget of CSI goes over $1.5 million for only one episode.
Some of the equipment that they have is just not within a local police department's budget. Their tools, I think, are exaggerated.
His glasses.
There's a reflection.
There was one show I saw where they had a special camera that could zoom in from miles down to the wristwatch that the person was wearing, and we don't have any technology like that.
The CSI effect is a theory where jurors, victims, and even criminals believe that what they watch on television crime scene dramas is actually true. I was allowed exclusive access to follow Detective Sally Takis on an investigation to see the difference between fact and fiction.
Someone has called in to say that a suspect has gone through their vehicle. I'll be dusting for fingerprints on the outside of the car because it's fairly clean. So I use this black powder. It sticks to the sweat and the fatty deposits that come out of your fingerprints and out of your hands. So it'll form fingerprints on the smooth surface.
So there's no computer laser scanner or anything? that
No.
you use at CSI?
No, no. Just a brush and powder. It's definitely not a finger. It's too big, wide, and you can see all the creases and the basic pattern of the bottom of a palm. We have to make sure that these are life-size when we're looking at them, especially if it's a photograph versus the real lift.
Even I got involved in the fight against crime, but don't be fooled, it isn't all fun and games.
Sometimes it's long, tedious, labor-intensive work. Examining fingerprints can take hours and days sometimes, depending on the quality of the prints and how many there are. If it's one print and one print, it could take days.
Doppler laser optical transducer. We've come a long way.
If the tools used on CSI are mostly science fiction, then what new technologies will real crime fighters be using against future criminals?
Well, I know some people are researching the combination of chemicals, cyanoacrylate with a fluorescing chemical, so that it cuts down the steps taken in order to view or fluoresce fingerprints on an object.
Halton Regional Police may not have a big Hollywood budget, but instead rely on good old-fashioned gumshoe investigating. This is Nariman Kadem reporting for FYI.